Hello everyone, my name is Sontra. Welcome back to Lawn Mowing Simulator. I can't remember what maps I had. Why not? Let's see. So I posted yesterday that Sunday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon my grandma took her last breath. My dad called me like 3:05, and I heard that he was in tears and everything. So I only said, "Did she pass?" And he went, "Yes." And asked if I wanted my mom to come by, and I said, "No, I'll come to you guys." So sat there about 6 hours or more, talking with my parents, my grandpa, my aunt, and such. But as I also wrote, my grandma did pass without, like, she wasn't in pain. We know that. She was, like, in the end, basically, she was not really there. Her body, like her mind had already left, the body just didn't register it right off. But at least she's better now. Like, she's not suffering from her cancer, and at least she gets to be with her mom again, that passed away a few years ago now. And I'm sure someone is gonna wonder, my grandma was 74 years old. They were rather young, like she was rather young when they got my dad. She was born 1950. Got married to my grandpa 1969, if I remember. Got my dad 1970. So she was classified old. She was like living on pension and everything. But the saddest part is that my grandpa had so many plans, because we all thought that she was gonna have like 1 or 3 more treatments against the cancer, and then she and my grandpa was gonna go to like Italy, Spain. They were gonna go basically see the world. And yeah. And I called my boss after about 2-3 hours after I got to my grandpa on Sunday, and I literally just said, I'll come in tomorrow and load up the ice cream and everything, but after that I'm leaving. And he's like, uh-huh. And when I told him my grandma has passed, he's like, oh, I'm sorry, but it's fine. We'll sort it. So do that if you feel you can do it. And so I was in at work for about 1 hour 45 minutes yesterday. And then today I was in as well. I was hoping that I could have had a short day today as well, but apparently my boss and coworker had planned that my coworker was gonna go along on a drive, because he's like the sales and seller boss, so to say. Like, he'd make sure that all the people that are driving around selling ice cream are doing their job properly, that they're following the plan that has been set, and such like that. So I got in today at 7 o'clock and had to do basically stuff I did last year a lot. Plus some extra stuff, because of course that coworker felt that he didn't have time yesterday to do, like, to fix stuff. So I had to sort a lot of it out today. But yeah. So I had a normal work day today and did just feel knackered from it. Because, I mean, obviously, like, I'm generally sad because, like, to most people, I'm sure, like, there's many people that have, like, grandparents that have been, like, their big support through the, like, through their life so far. My grandparents were always there for me no matter what. Like, if shit was bad at home, I could go to my grandparents. If stuff got rough, I could always talk to them and such, and they were always there. And my grandma always wanted to make sure that we knew that that she was there for us. So it hits really hard losing her. Already, I think, like, the first, like, obviously the first day, like, when I got to my grandpa and saw my family there, I burst into tears. That evening, after I got home again, I sat and cried most of the evening. And after work on Monday, I went past my grandpa because my dad and aunt was still there. So I stayed there for about 2 hours, and then I went home, sat on my balcony for a while, and just bawled my eyes out more. So, yeah. At least, like, we were worried that my grandpa was holding like his emotions back because he wanted to be the strong one for the family, but on the on the day he was shaky, and it was clear that he was of course sad. He lost the woman he's been married to for over 50 years. Like, they've always had each other, and after people had come to like wash up and clean up my grandma because we're gonna take her to a like a morgue because she's gonna be buried properly, of course. And my dad walked away because he was like, where did grandpa go? And my grandpa had gone into the bedroom where my grandma was laying still because we were waiting for them to come pick her up. And apparently both me and my mom had heard my grandpa's voice just crack when he spoke to my dad, and he had just started crying. Which, I mean, like, my dad was in a way happy that my grandpa started to actually like cry, because we don't want him to like hold it in. Like, of course he's gonna be sad, and we wanted him to just know that it's better for him as well if he just gets to cry. So he did. So yeah, oops. So and the last, what is it now? Saturday to Sunday, I slept rather shit because of worry for my grandma. Sunday to Monday, I think I got about an hour sleep properly. Sunday to Monday, I slept I think 1.5 hours or something. And the night of today, I slept about 1.5 hours. So I haven't had much proper sleep, because the downside with my depression is that it uses anything it can to like trigger. It's not so much that I have said before that like every now and then I can hear like a voice in my head telling me to do shit, and I haven't, don't worry. But instead I just got bombarded with memories, thoughts of like that I should have been there more for my grandparents and such, and just felt like I had been a shit grandson, even though I know I was always like, I was, as soon as my grandparents needed help, I was always there. If there was something they needed help with, anything, I was there. But hearing that like little thought in your head going like, you were shit. It really fucks me over right now. But yeah, at least my grandma is better now. She doesn't have to like sit around how she was in the end, because she was so weak and scrawny that I couldn't recognize her almost. So I'm happy that she's like that she's not suffering anymore. I'm happy for that. And I was feeling restless. That's why I'm doing this video now. It's Tuesday when I'm doing this. I just didn't want to sit still for a bit. I just wanted to do something. So, yeah. I am planning to do a video that is gonna be a like thanks for everything Akira Toriyama, and you might not watch it, you might not, I don't know, but I'm gonna make it anyway because of, like, as I said in the last video I made, that like how Dragon Ball did start off as a manga anime, I was like about first, and then it became such a big part of what I like with manga. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a rather big recording and cut edit a little bit, because I'm gonna play the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot game, and I'm gonna do it as a fresh start, because I have a save there where I'm pretty much at the Super Saga of the games, but I also wanted to like do it as a fresh start and like talk a little bit about the game, like about Dragon Ball, from what I've learned from it. And it's also gonna be with the English voice actors, because even though I like most animes in Japanese, but for me, Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, and like Gohan, Tien, Krillin, all of them, like I'm more used to their English voices, so I'm gonna play with that. And even though she's an amazing voice actor, I can't recall her name, but the woman that does the Japanese voice for Goku, for some reason, like that voice doesn't work with Goku for me. Even though I know everyone loves it, for me it doesn't work, sadly. But everyone is of course free to like the voice actors. I mean, like, I don't like the English voice actors for like Naruto, mostly because I got kind of annoyed at the English voice actor. They changed the Databaya thing that Naruto said to believe it, and they went a little bit overboard, because in some parts it could be like, I'm gonna kick your ass, believe it. Now I'm gonna do this, believe it. It was like, dude, fucking hell. And some people might like the English voice acting more. I don't blame you. If you like it, you like it. For me, the Japanese one was spot on. Same with like Bleach, like the Japanese voice acting. Oh, so good. Hellsing, I think, is the anime that I like both English and Japanese voice acting a lot, because in I think it's the Japanese, yeah, it's the Japanese version where Alucard, when he says yes, my master, he always sounded so like. It literally sounded like, at times it just sounded like he was literally like told like murder everyone, and he would just with glee go like, yes, my master. That voice actor was so good. And I mean, like, even the English one had such a perfect tone for Alucard. It's like having that how to say it, like he wasn't, the thing is, like, Hellsing is not really the generic what we know nowadays vampire thing. Is not like a love fucking story with a girl that falls for the vampire boy or whatever the fuck. Yes, I'm talking about Twilight or stuff like that, or like overly sexy vampires, etc., etc. It's like literally just blood and gore. That's what Hellsing is. But even the English voice actor, like him, I can't recall which part that is. I think it's like when they've gone to, I can't recall if they went to London or if they went to where they went. But there's a scene when his like mistress, that he basically, like, he made a pact with her bloodline, and she has the purest, the bloodline of it, the blood, and so basically she's the one that becomes his master. And she, like, Alucard is like semi-mocking her because she's hesitant about killing the enemies, and he semi-mocks her. I can't recall exactly what he says, but he mocks her a bit, and she gets so pissed at him and tells him that, like, he's the servant, she's the master, listen to her command, go kill. And he just bursts out in laughter, like literally making like jokes, very much like they did in the manga, that like he was joking that like he almost felt it shake in his pants, etc., etc., etc. Like, oh shit, I don't know what happened there, but okay. But yeah, there was like stuff like that, and the voice actor that just did his English voice sounded so fucking freaky. He was so good. So yeah, both English and Japanese voice acting in for Alucard, and all of Hellsing, because all of the voice actors in English and Japanese are really good. And then I don't know, for me, like when it comes to like One Piece, like I've seen some of the anime. I mean, like I told you everyone about how I was in Miami when I saw the first chapter I ever saw of One Piece in anime, and how the like English voice actors, they weren't the English voices then. I don't know if it's the same later on in the anime, because I have not seen the anime in many years now. But the English voices were always like. The thing is also that sometimes the Japanese voice acting is also kind of like. It's like, I like Zoro's voice actor in Japanese and English. I like Nico Robbins, Nami's, and at times I do like Luffy's voice actor in both as well. Frank is one I like the most in Japanese, because seeing as it's basically the same voice actor that did the Bon Clay, Oh god, he wasn't a the fuck was it he said he was a like it was basically like both man, both woman. He was a transvestite or something. I can't recall what he said, and I'm so sorry if I offended anyone. But like the Frank's voice actor is the same person, and I love that. So yeah. Also feels rather nice right now, just sitting and talking about random shit. I'm wondering why my lawnmower flew into the flower bushes so intently. Yeah. Is it birds fucking? Oh god, it is birds. Huh. I started to think of... Huh? Oh, I was about to click on the fucking replace the blade. Also, this mower has a lot of fucking fuel. It's hardly gone down a single fucking bit. Jesus. But yeah, what other animes have I seen in both Swedish? Well, I mean, like Pokemon was in Swedish and Sailor Moon, but the only thing I liked with the Swedish version of like Pokemon was the intro music. I mean, like the voice actors weren't bad, but I've seen the Finnish version of Pokemon as well, and that one is fucking insane. Because instead of coming up with a way to word out the moves they call out for their Pokemon in Finnish, they instead call out like the name of the Pokemon and says something like that is basically like use but they suddenly say the attack move in English, and that's kind of surprised me actually when I was in Finland and saw a Pokemon episode. Right, well. Let's see, what animes have I seen in English and Japanese? I know I haven't seen the full anime, but I know I've seen a few episodes of Love Hina, which was just weird. I mean, like, I've read the manga completely. The story was fucking weird. The ending was kind of self-explanatory in its own way. But I can't say much. I can't recall the voice actors that well. Well, let's leave this clipping icon post. Oh, damn. I really fucked over the flowers. But yes, I might not post it tomorrow. I'll have to see how I feel. But the next video will be a like thank you for everything Akira Toriyama, where I'll play Dragon Ball which I hope people will like. But yes, that will be all for this time, people. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry for me ventilating a little bit against you all, but to all of you that follow me, care, comment, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.